Yeah, I mean, honestly, yeah, it's one of those things where it's tough to see, the late goal like that. You usually, um, hurts the spirits a little bit. But we stayed with the program, and that's something that we've had to kind of earn and learn. And it was nice to see Brock get one there. It was kind of a interesting goal, but we need it, and yeah, it's lots of positives. Obviously, just got told Colorado won 9-1, so we got a tough task tomorrow, and that's what we're focused on now. That's what it is at this part of the season. When you got 3 and 4s and games like this, you enjoy it for a little bit and you move on to the next.
Seems like your line drove play and had some good offensive sequences tonight, and the lines were changed as well. How pleased were you with your group?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, coming in, I knew what to expect out of those two guys. Rath is so good on draws and also pretty good defensively, and it's kind of in and around always as a third guy high. And then OC is obviously a workhorse. So for me to play the right side, I haven't played it in 2 years, I don't think, but they made it easy on me. I knew where pucks were going, and I thought that we actually worked pretty well together. I felt like everyone was getting touches, and it was nice to see those guys get rewarded. They made a great play to me, and I said earlier, it's nice to know I still got it.
You're switching sides, so it's not like having to play defense or goalie or anything like that, but what's the biggest adjustment when you have to move to the other side of the ice?
Yeah, just coming back into the D zone, honestly, just kind of neutral zone routes. And then obviously, I look at it as a lot of pros. You're on your offside, especially for rushes if there's ever 3-on-2s or things like that. You got the whole ice in front of you, you're on your forehand. You can take it to your backhand easier. I played it before, like I said, and but yeah, it was different. It was different coming back in D zone. I got caught a couple times, but I talked to OC a lot out there just to help me out. But no, I thought it went. We got the win. That's all that really matters, honestly.
How much good would we like to get you guys have 1-1 loss, 1-1 loss, to string a bunch of wins together?
Yeah, that'd be nice. It starts with tomorrow, obviously, but yeah, I mean that's what all the good teams are doing right now. You have a good swing of 3 weeks. You're 8-0, at the games. So we need that. We need to build on this, and obviously, really tough task. Probably the top team in the league, and for good reason. So we're going to need to bring our best and get our recovery tonight, and yeah, just do our part to, like you said, keep this going, especially at home too. So lots to be optimistic about, I guess, on that. But we got to bring our A game.
How nice is it to see Brock caught one tonight?
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's huge, and the timing of it and everything. That's what he can do. Obviously, he's pretty clutch. Even since I've been here, he scored some pretty late ones. But that one was I didn't even see it, but I just heard the crowd, so it was nice to see him get that. And I don't think he necessarily loved some parts of his game, but it was nice to earn a game-winning goal. So that's the best way he can help the team. And yeah, it's just nice to see, and he's had a good start.
You guys' goal is you're coming up the middle there. Are you yelling, or are you trying to stay quiet so they don't notice you?
To be honest, I'm just kind of hoping. You can scream and shout, but I knew no one was around me. I knew I had time. That's why I would have received it a little differently, honestly, if it was someone was behind me. But it was a great pass. That was a grade A pass I got. I was really happy with that. I made eye contact, but yeah, sometimes you yell for it, and sometimes it's just you just kind of know it's coming. So I was just watching the goalie, see where he was.
You guys have been getting some bodies back, Quinn and Conor, over the last couple of games, and 3 more guys that were out there at morning skate today. How encouraging is that for this group that you find a way to get results tonight, but you also know that there's reinforcements coming here?
Yeah, no, it's awesome. Obviously, I think during training camp everyone was talking about health and how it was nice to have everyone around, and it feels like it's kind of coming back around like that. And just seeing guys, in the room, there's so many people coming and giving you fist pumps. Guys are getting closer, and guys are working hard to get back. And I think at this point in the season too, they'll bring lots of energy, lots of pace, and I think that's something that is obviously only positive. At the same point, the guys that are in here have done the best that we can, and we're trying to improve as a team and make it hard, for them to make some decisions, I guess.
What were your thoughts on the Myers move on the
Oh, that was sick, yeah. Yeah, that was, he went rogue there, we call it, yeah. So I kind of knew he was going to try it. I just didn't know if he'd pull it off. I kind of wish he scored that. That would have been a highlight reel. He had one, I think, against Winnipeg a couple years back that the guys like to throw in the group chat sometimes, or just, I don't know if I've seen it, but he can do stuff like that. He's so long that it's really hard to stop, and gave me a chuckle, that's for sure. It was nice to see him, get some credit for that.
What about the 2 shot blocks from Pedersen in the last few seconds there? Just him doing back-to-back shot blocks.
Yeah. I mean, he blocks him in some tough spots. I mean, he's got his back to the puck sometimes, and I'm like, those are dangerous shots to block. But he's been doing that all year for us. I think he's got, I don't know how many blocks he has, but it takes a lot of courage. You got to respect it. And obviously the one with the 2-pad stack, that was a pretty good one, late there too. And then, yeah, it's always, I feel like he always is turned around the other way. I get scared every time a puck comes because it's by his head. But that to me shows a guy who's putting his body on the line for the team. And, I appreciate that.
Third periods have been a little bit tough for you guys this season. Does it feel good to finally close one out in regulation?
Yeah, and at home too. Yeah, it does. I mean, that's something that we talked about before the period. We keep emphasizing on it, and they came out, they scored one, and then we responded. So obviously, stuff you can build on. It's something that really hasn't happened this year, and it feels good to be on the other side.
The situation with Thatcher right now is what it is, but how about Kevin and the way that he played?
Yeah, he gave us a chance. And honestly, there was a couple backdoor plays. There was a couple tough tips and tough shots. He's always been a rock in there. I think everyone likes to look at his shootout. So he's got 7 for 7. It's hard to beat him clean. So that's how I look at it. And he gave us a chance. He gave us exactly what we needed out of him tonight. And couldn't be happy for us as a team. It was nice to pull one out for him. He's had a couple games like that where we haven't really been there for him, and it was nice to be on the other side. I guess I keep saying that.
Yeah, it's just it's good to win. So we got another one tomorrow. Gotta be ready to play.
What did you like most about the way you guys battled tonight?
I guess just not. I guess just the fourth goal there, just to get one more and good fight at the end.
You seem to bounce back and forth between win, loss, win, loss. What do you got to do to find consistency, build off this win?
Just keep playing well. A lot to improve on, so just keep going.
Good night for the penalty kill. What did you guys like about that element of the
Just
game?
good. Good pace, good job up ice, and Lanks was great. So that's a good recipe for us.
What'd you think about Myers on that move on your goal?
It's nice. Yeah, he has a lot of ability. So man on man like that, it's nice to beat a guy and get to the net.
You touched on this, the consistency. It would be nice to get a roll going right now.
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, it would be nice to win a few in a row. So tough opponent tomorrow, and just got to play well.
Well, Adam, certainly a back and forth game tonight. What impressed you most about your group's performance?
Again, the resilience. You get a power play, a 5-minute, and they score right away. I really like the way we stuck with it. Especially, I love what Huggy did, how he led us. He didn't get, upset with it. He just kept playing. And I really like, we had 2 goals where our offensive plan worked, and he was in on it. And what I loved about it was they played a hard man-on-man. We had 3 high, and Huggy did it a different way, and it worked for him and our team. And I thought that gave us a lot of confidence and momentum.
There's been a lot of talk about your penalty kill lately. What does it do for those guys to go 3 for 3 tonight?
It's good. Lanks fought hard. The guys played hard. Good teams are going to get their looks on a power play, and I looked like as they got the first kill and the second kill, the third one they had way more confidence, so we pressed more. When you see that pressure, they're feeling more comfortable.
What'd you think of Tyler Myers' moves on the Conor Garland goal?
Really good moves. It's fun to see. He was feeling it, but again, Petey did what we asked. He brought it high and got a drop pass to Mines, and the same on the other goal. There was a drop pass, I think, to Phil, and then Phil curled back and got it to Huggy. And we had a man-on-man team playing high, and then we were able to expose them low, and I like that.
We've talked about just controlling emotion, but to keep their composure, especially with that late goal, and to come out with the win. What does that say about this group and what they're able to do?
Yeah, it's a great question because we grew. Lanks played so good, so strong, and there was a real quick rush goal they got that, looked like maybe he should have, but it happened so fast. It was a great play by them. We had it covered properly, but it went in, and what I like is we were able to stay composed as a group, so it's a sign we're growing again. Our leadership group's growing, to stick with it rather than maybe get frustrated. I didn't see that.
Your team's over the last 8 games is 1-1, lost 1, 1-1, lost 1. Now that you've got a win, how do you string together some consistency and get another win?
Well, we're just going to worry about tomorrow, and it's a great question by you, but I'm not trying to knock that question down at all. It's just with a young group like this, and we have to stick to the process and the next day, and I know it sounds cliche and boring, but it's so true how we have to focus. We can't get too high. We've got a lot of young guys. We've got a lot of teaching going on. We want to keep the confidence there, but keep them also emotionally level. So, this league's a good league, and you got good teams coming in and out, and so we'll just try to do the right thing every day so that when the emotions get high, we know how to control them because we went through the process. We believe in ourselves that we did the work so that we're doing the right thing.
your middle six lines, you shifted them up tonight. What did you think about the new combinations? They scored 3 of the 4 even strength goals tonight.
Yeah, it's nice. I mean, you know, when you have young guys come up in the injuries we had, you sometimes think that you have to put, you know, your top guys together. And I think, you know, teams coming in might mark them easier to check. Like you know, when you're missing some key guys, they can put their top defensive pair and their top defensive line on them. And that's hard to get those guys away from that hard matchup 5-on-5. So I think just moving a couple guys around, we can, you know, we got Jake some room, right? You know, he exposed it. So, you know, you try, it worked tonight. And, you know, what I like is the guys accepted it. Bess has been accepting it, you know, and that's good teammates. And, you know, we're trying to figure it out.
Your team has had some struggles kind of closing out games, giving up a lot of goals in the third period. Was it vital to close this game out in regulation and get another regulation win after it's been a while?
I don't know if it was vital, but it was big. That's how you grow, right? That's how you gain confidence. And that's part of the process. Like going, you know, you can look at video, you can have walkthroughs until you actually live it. You know, every goal that's gone in, I know I made a mistake exactly how every goal's gone in on us this year in my career. You know what I mean? And that's how you learn. And you can talk about it, but you've got to just go experience it.
And you talked about keeping composure. Was it also important to keep composure when maybe the players might have looked at the officiating and questioned some of the calls? Was it important to keep a level head in those situations as well?
Yeah, it was. I mean, that was real odd today, some of the things that happened out there, and I liked the way, you know, they gave their shots and things like that. But it's like, you know, usually when things happen like that, if there's communication, it's over. But hey, that's, you know, besides the point, I guess. But I'm glad the players were able to not let it linger, right, and get off their game.
Foote, there was a time at the final TV timeout where Kevin Dean looked like he had the whole group on the ice in front of him, and you were next to him as well. I'm curious what that situation was and what Dean was talking to the guys about.
Do you know? Oh, he's just
the last TV timeout.
Well, he's just telling them how to play it when they pull the goalie. You know, if it's low, how we're going to play it if it's high. Yep.
Just you mentioned with the officiating that often when there's communication, it's over. Do you feel like there wasn't enough communication between the officials and the bench in that situation?
Smart, eh? Coming back at me at that one, eh? It was just enough. Okay. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.